So I want to talk about something today that really drives me insane. Have a little bit of a pet peeve is watching people bridle their horses and the way that they do it. So, yeah. So the way that people tend to bridle their horses, now I'm not saying that every single person who bridles their horse does it this way, but here's the pet peeve of mine when this happens, is the way that people kind of bridle the horse. Most of the time, the way that they do it, they end up encouraging the horse to A, not want to accept the bit, but also they encourage the horse to kind of stick their head up and look like a giraffe on crack, just trying to get the bridle on. So I wanted to go over a tip to be able to get the bridle on successfully, calmly, smoothly, and where your horse doesn't look like a chimpanzee. Let me just show you. All right, before all of you haters hate down in my comment section here, you're going to be seeing me put on a Western bridle, and I know what people are gonna say, oh, he's putting the wrong bridle on with the saddle, but tack really doesn't matter, and I wanted to go ahead and just real fast explain why it is that I'm using this. When you're riding so many different horses a day, you kind of go for simplicity. So one of the things that I want to make sure of is that I kind of have a very simplistic bridle to be able to throw on and off horses all day long. So it's less leather, makes it easy. So again, if you want to hate, but it doesn't bother me any. I'm going to go ahead and use this Western bridle to bridle my horse. All right, so to get started on the bridling process here, one of the things that I want to kind of talk about is how people do it that kind of creates this giraffe on crack look that really drives me insane. So one of the things that people do is if we were to throw the bridle over top here, a lot of times when we go to do this bridling, we see this where we put our arms underneath the horse's face, we kind of bring the bit up to their mouth. Now he's being just fine about it because he hasn't really had it done this way, but a lot of times we bring the bit up and our shoulder, our arms, we end up creating this horse to lift his head up and give us that orangutan giraffe on crack kind of look. And it really drives me insane because there's a much simpler way of being able to get the bridle on. So when I go to put the bridle on, here's the biggest piece that you need to know. Well, first off, what we want to do, if you have a snaffle bit, like this is a French link snaffle, what I want to do is I want to put my thumb through the ring here, and I want to go ahead and hold the bit with the rest of the palm of my hand basically here, okay? So I'm going to be able to take my thumb, open the horse's mouth, and then guide the bit in through using the palm of my hand. My other hand is going to be above the ears, guiding this up the face where I can be able to gently bring it into the horse's mouth. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this with my right hand, I'm gonna go ahead and go over his ears just like this, put my hand in the place that I talked about, and what I can do is kind of be able to push down on his head if I need to, but basically you see here how he's kind of opening his mouth ready for me. Then I can just guide the bridle up into the mouth, push one ear forward, the other ear forward, and put the bridle on, just like this, okay? So one of the simplistic ways of doing it is being able to get their head to go down, being able to guide the bit in, and it doesn't matter if you're not tall enough because you can gently bring the head in the place that you want it to be. So I think that's really, really important. The same goes for taking the bridle off. Being able to just go over the ears, slide down the face, and let the bit just come out when he's ready for it, when he's not playing with it. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to show you this one more time here, okay? Now if you don't have a horse that likes to open his mouth, that's okay. That's where your thumb's going to go in the side of his mouth to be able to do it. So here we go, over, open, guides up. This way I'm not clanking on his teeth, and it goes nice and smoothly. All right, next time you're out bridling your horse, give this tip a try. It makes things so much easier.